So, what role does your work play in your overall happiness? My work is deeply connected to my happiness. As a radiologist, I witness some of the most emotional moments of people's lives. And when parents hear their first heartbeat for the first time on ultrasound, the smiles, the tears, the silent prayers, that moment of pure joy gives me immense happiness. In those moments, I really feel grateful to be a part of something which is so meaningful in the life of someone else.
So what role does my work play in my overall happiness? I think a big part, because what I create, what I write, what I teach is me on a page or in a class, and so it's a big part of my identity, who, how I think of myself, and it makes me very proud. So it plays a big part. However, I must say that so 3 years ago, I was very dependent on work to make me happy. How my day was at work affected a big part of how my day was in terms of happiness, a week was, a month was. However, I think since having children, that has become less. I've become less dependent on work to make me happy. I can have a terrible day at home, but there's something at home that happens that makes me just so happy that I forget about the bad day. So I think work plays a huge role in my overall happiness, but I'm now less dependent on work to make me happy.
Dear friends, so the question, what role does my work play in my overall happiness? So my work, my passion, being my profession, is not the major source for me to be happy throughout. I've been playing and performing through audiences worldwide. I've been a musician for the past 35 years and a guitar player, predominantly a guitar player. So for me, the major source of happiness being music, exploring, creating, and sharing my music with the audiences worldwide, touching their hearts with my notes, musical notes, at the same time exploring this vast and infinite field of music has been my major source of happiness. Music has taken me to places and beyond. This has been one of my major sources of happiness. It isn't just a source of happiness for me, it's a medium of expression for me, thereby connecting with everybody around and also sharing my music, and thereby, all of us coming together and experiencing this language that's a universal language called music that's gifted to us by God.
So, what role does your work play in your happiness? It plays a very important part. I'm the happiest while I'm working. Being an actor, I'm the happiest to be on the set. To be on the set with so many people around you, right from direction team, production team, spot dadas, all the artists, and everyone getting their own positive energy and giving their best for the project. It's a different energy altogether, and I love that energy. To be in front of the camera playing different characters for those few minutes, you are in a different world altogether, and I love that. Being a professional Kathak dancer, to be on the stage performing in front of the people, to receive all the love and applause live in front of you is a different feeling altogether, and that really makes me very happy.
What does happiness mean to you? So, to me, happiness is a natural state of being, and it is not something we chase for or we wait for. It really already exists within us on the inside. When happiness depends on external events, it is highly conditional. True happiness is always unconditional. It is contentment, inner peace, and acceptance of the present moment.
What does happiness mean to me? That's a great question and a really hard one, because I haven't really thought about it. But if I had to, I think to me, happiness is in those moments where I feel completely content and satisfied, where I think, I don't want anything else. This is perfect. And it could be after having a great meal, it could be a really good class, it could be being at home and having watching a really great film or getting a great hug, anything. So I think for me, that is what happiness means. Those little moments where I don't want anything else. It's just I feel satisfied and content.
Yes, you asked me, how does your profession help others to reach happiness and inner peace? I stand here today wearing two hats, one as a doctor and the other as an educator. As a doctor, I help patients and families feel hope, reassurance, and relief during uncertain times. And as an educator, I guide students towards their dreams. When I see my students succeed in the NEET exam, they enter the medical college and they wear the white coat that they've always dreamt of since their childhood. The joy in their eyes, the pride in the parents' eyes, it really gives me deep happiness. In both the roles, I feel I'm helping others move closer to their own sense of fulfillment and peace.
Okay, so talking about my work contributing in happiness for everybody around me or the audiences. So we musicians and all the other art forms coming together, we create positive vibrations and thereby creating a healing space for everybody around us. And this healing space is a space wherein we all come together regardless of our caste, gender and ethnicity. So it basically integrates the people and we all come together and celebrate this language called music. Second thing being, I also like to set an example to my future generations, proving that passion can be taken up as your career and thereby being happy throughout your life. Third point being sharing my expertise with my future generations, whatever I have experienced through my career is a really blessed experience. I like to share the experiences and thereby if it helps the future generation, I'm really happy to do that. So these are basically my contributions.
What is a contribution of the work I do in helping others reach a state of happiness? So I would say my work is divided in two parts. One is knowledge creation. The knowledge I create, people are excited to read and see and watch, and I think that in itself is something that makes people happy. Just knowledge and getting knowledge, and but on the other hand, the knowledge I create can also be used to make people's lives better, bring about peace, make living conditions better for people. So I think in that sense, the work I do does contribute to getting or helping others to reach a state of happiness. Teaching, on the other hand, I think it's a very direct way to make people happy, because when you see, I teach people how to think critically, and when you see someone get that confidence to think critically, to solve a problem, to speak up in class, to really understand something, that moment when they get it, there's so much joy on their faces and there's so much happiness that I think what I do in terms of teaching also helps people do that, because it gives them a sense of self-worth and confidence, and I think that helps people reach a state of happiness.
Yes, how do you navigate challenges while managing happiness? Do you really have to do that? Challenges are a part of life and medicine, and I navigate them by reminding myself why I chose this path: to serve, to teach, and to heal. I return to gratitude and stay rooted in the present moment. When I focus on purpose rather than pressure, happiness naturally follows. Thank you.
And how I navigate challenges while maintaining happiness? By not really focusing on maintaining happiness. I think for me, happiness, I can feel more happy, and happiness is clearly felt when it's surrounded by things that are not happy. When you're hungry and you have a great meal, you really understand and appreciate that meal better. So for me, by navigating challenges to maintaining happiness, I think is just by not looking at things that are not happy as challenges. I think it's you need those things, you need those feelings to actually help you feel happy and to help you feel those moments of happiness. So I just if I'm feeling low or if I'm feeling not happy, I think about it as, okay, that's a part of becoming happy, that's a part of being happy, or that's a part of building towards a happy moment. And I think if I had to maintain happiness in my life, I think I would say I'd want a lot more of those little happy moments, a lot closer together. And yeah, so just feeling everything and accepting everything that comes as part of being happy, because you don't realize and feel that happiness unless you feel something that's not happy.
Okay, so how do I navigate challenges while maintaining happiness? Music has the power and it gifts me the power to navigate through all my challenges and obstacles. And I wish everyone harmony, peace, and music.